Do you think it's a coincidence, Andrew, that now you're publishing this book in 2025, but like does it feel like eerily similar to you? Like way too similar where you can almost map one-to-one those boundary conditions then in some version of that today? Like, is that what you feel?
Like a little bit, but not, I would say that wasn't my intent. Like when I got involved in this, I just wanted to retell the story and figure out who these guys were. I ended up, after that crazy vacation with my wife, I ended up going to a Baker Library. I happened to be giving a speech at Harvard, and I walk in there, and I had some time, and I asked the librarian, I said, can I see these boxes? This guy, Thomas Lamont, who ran JP Morgan at the time. And I said, can I look inside these boxes? And inside the boxes, his secretary is keeping transcripts of his phone calls with Hoover and Roosevelt. Like, by the way, same way like everybody's probably talking to Trump or Trump today. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen it. And you're seeing the conversation. And I thought, okay, if you could use those transcripts in an actual story, and then you could figure out, I didn't know if other transcripts existed for all the other characters. Yeah. Wow, you could recreate this whole crazy situation.
Right.
But I didn't go into it thinking, okay, this is all one-to-one. And I don't think it is one-to-one. I think there's a lot of leverage in the system today, but it's a different kind of leverage. I like to believe that there's now an SEC, there's other regulations.
Well, you can believe it. There is one. Paul's doing a good job. He's there.
So I'm not here to tell you that like we're going off a cliff tomorrow. I think there's probably some things that are happening in our economy today that do mirror that period. And I hope there's some lessons in here.
But do you think the regulations that have been put in place over the past 100 years, and there have been several cycles, one of which happened after '08, of trying to create new protective provisions around how we operate in our financial markets, have they actually changed things enough, or does the human element always find its way? It always finds its way to frothiness, to frenzies, to these kind of moments of exuberance, easy money. And this like there'll always be a path, whether some people might argue crypto tokens, there was an NFT moment a few years ago, wherever the regulation kind of path of least resistance is, that's where everyone goes.
Totally.
That's always going to be the case.
That's the human condition. We all want more. There's that great line in it's Wall Street 2, where I think Michael Douglas says to Shia LaBeouf, I thought the second Wall Street was not as good as the first one, by the way, says something like, what's your number? And he looks at him and he goes, more.